It's a pretty busy time, kind of close towards the end of the.
Yeah, yes, well, we're doing smarter balance testing right now,
Oh, got it.
so it feels like really long days.
Thanks for coming in during your busy day. Oh, let's see. Start here. And I'm gonna,
Want me to create an account?
uh, not yet.
We'll get started soon.
Oh, oh. Um. Yes. So, thanks for coming in.
You're welcome.
And then we'll be running one of the tests. And then we want specifically you because you're the educator. And then we're testing, we're just trying to see how, how our target audiences use our product. You used our drone before, but, you can, like, we're trying to kind of test out, first time using it and then see how our users will be, using our drones. And then in this scenario, like imagine you're at school and then, you didn't hear much about this. And then your administrator just like handed you this. And then that's all you have with very little instruction. For that.
I felt like that a couple weeks ago.
I'm sorry?
I felt like that a couple weeks ago.
Awesome. So yeah, we're kind of, it seems like that's pretty common. So we're kind of testing to see, like what are the struggles that educators go through. So it can be you, right? And then the scenario is that just like any other educators, you have very little time. So whether it's like before the school, during the lunchtime, or after school, you have like pretty small time. You have like 30 minutes or so, and then you're trying to like get this going. And then, even though I'll be here, I'll try to not to step in. So that unless you're like truly stuck, and then there'll be like a couple of the testing points that's like a little bit clunky on our end. So I'll step in for a couple times, but don't. I'm gonna pretend like I'm not there, and then there's no right or correct answers, and then we're not, we're not like, checking the time, or we're not. This is not a competition or anything like that. So, that's that. Any questions?
Yeah, I'm just gonna see what you want me to do.
Awesome, cool. So, yeah, so there's a box, and then you can try to, yeah, go from there. That's what you have. Then you need to run drone class next week.
Where's the manual?
Oh, and then, by the way, like, if you can kind of, just like what you did, if you can speak out what you're
Oh, okay.
thinking of, that'd be great.
All of these have to be activated. Okay. So I gotta go to Robo, activate an account, right? I'm gonna create an account. Is it It's gonna let me type.
I think I forgot to prep this part,
Okay.
so you can pretend like you typed everything.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. Yeah, make that bring. And like you're typing this. And then passwords, don't use the real passwords, just,
Do you want me to put in this information?
yes. Just password, just like something, not real password.
I think code drones. It's what I have in the tub.
Yep.
There's 6 of them, right?
Yes. And pretend
No.
like there's 6.
There's 4.
And pretend like there's 6.
And that there's 6.
So you put those information, so I think you can click create account next.
Let's activate first code drone. Okay. Oh, there is a manual.
Welcome and congratulations on your new CoDrone EDU. My name is Megan and I will be guiding you through the steps towards your first flight. Whether you are using the original CoDrone EDU or the JROTC version, everyone will need to check for updates and activate their drone and controller before flying. These steps should only take about 5 minutes per drone and controller set to complete. The following process of checking for updates and activating will need to happen for all of your CoDrone EDUs or any that you add to your fleet later on. For now, we will just focus on activating one and getting you flying. To get started, you will need the drone, the controller, a battery, and the USB cable that came with your CoDrone EDU. First, plug the USB cable into your controller and then into your computer. Be sure to extend the antenna so that you have easy access to the port. Next, you will need to insert the battery into the drone. Be sure to line up the notch on the battery with the slot on your drone.
There's oh, where is it? I'm not able to plug this in. No. Oh, sorry.
And no, that's just my Mac thing.
Drone. If you're holding the drone right side up, the notch should face down and closest to you. When the battery is all the way in, the drone will turn on and automatically pair with the controller. If you are having trouble at any time during these steps, you can always hit the help button located on the corner of this screen. Once the controller is plugged in and the drone is powered on, click Connect. Your activation screen will then ask you to select your drone. Click on your drone name in the window and click Connect. We will start by checking for any firmware updates that your drone and controller might need. It is important to check for firmware updates regularly. These updates help to fix any bugs that may be impacting the flight of your co-drone EDU and help to provide your drone and controller security, just like when you update your phone or your computer. Once the check is complete, we will let you know if there are any updates that need to be installed and guide you through the installation process. If your drone and your controller are up to date, your co-drone EDU will be activated and ready for its first flight. If you have not already done so, go ahead and connect your controller and power on your drone to begin this process. In order to update the controller, we need to switch it into a mode called bootloader. That will allow the updater to run. To do this, first remove the battery from your drone. Then unplug your controller from the USB cable. Then hold the H button on the controller. While holding the H button, you can plug your controller back into the USB cable. Your controller screen should now look like this, and you are ready to proceed with the update. When asked to do so, select your drone in the window and click Connect. Controller back into the USB cable. Your controller screen should now look like this, and you are ready to proceed with the update. When asked to do so, select your drone in the window.
Do that. So again, did unplug it.
Button, you can plug your controller back into the USB cable. Your controller screen should now look like this, and you are ready to proceed with the update. When
It's not
asked
doing
to do
that.
so, select your drone in the. To do this, first remove the battery from your drone. Then unplug your controller from the USB cable. Then hold the H button on the controller. While holding the H button, you can plug your controller back into the USB cable. Your controller screen should now look like this, and you are ready to proceed with the update. When asked to do so, select your drone in the window and click Connect.
It's not doing that.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
The CDE controller. So is it just updating now? Guess that's what it's saying. It's saying updating. I don't remember having to do this last time.
It's not updating, so if you can go back and check the instruction maybe one more time.
The command. It- Nothing's happening. Now it's doing, now it came back to updating. Nothing's happening. You want me to try to do it again?
Oh, yes, please.
Connect controller. CD controller. I'm holding down the H button. H button is holding. Let's insert. Connect. I picked it. I hit connect. And it comes back to the window where it says updating. Is it me?
No, I don't think so. I think it's actually pretty. That I noticed.
Try it again.
Yes. That's- Let's try one more time.
Alrighty. We'll do. So go
You
back.
can, yeah, go back to there.
Drone needs updating.
I'm gonna let this thing should connect.
Sorry. No, no worries.
Okay, so controller is up to date. And then there you go.
Now that your controller has finished updating, we need to update your drone. To do so, first, we need to unplug the controller. Be sure to carefully unplug your controller by grasping the cable close to the controller and pulling straight out. Before plugging in your drone, be sure to remove the battery from the drone. Simply flip your drone upside down and grab the battery with your thumb and finger and pull outward. While still unplugged, hold down the pair button on the bottom of your drone, then insert the USB cable into the port on the side of the drone. When asked to do so, select your drone in the window and click Connect. Once connected, you can proceed by checking the box that reads, I have removed my drone battery and connected my drone, and then click Update. When the updater has finished, it will show you the latest versions of your firmware and your drone will be activated for flight. These steps will need to be done for each CoDrone EDU in your fleet. Later, we will give you the option to complete the rest of your CoDrone EDUs in the moment or at a later time. We highly suggest completing all of your sets before introducing them to your students because unactivated CoDrone EDUs will not fly. Now that the controller and drone firmware are updated and activated, you are one step closer to your first flight and you can proceed to the next steps.
updated. So that's it,
Go back to that.
to the original screen,
Mhm.
and then from there. No, but we did this one, right?
Yes.
You want me to label them?
Yes, those stickers are actually not part of the take up, so I took that out already.
You want it on. All right. What?
Here at RoboLink, we want to make sure that every flight in your classroom is a safe, fun learning experience for all. As you work with your CodeDrone EDU, progressing through the training materials and curriculum, you will become familiar with all of the features and what it is fully capable of. The more you fly, the more comfortable you'll become. Whether you are flying solo or with your class, we have 5 tips for setting up your space for successful flying. First, we suggest dividing your space into a coding area and a flying area. This helps to prevent accidents that could result in injury or damage to drones. Second, clear the area of any obstacles that may interfere with flying, could get damaged, or could damage the drone. Third, you'll want to make sure that your flying area is a space where drones will be taking off from the floor. Taking off from any other surface could cause instability in flight and inaccurate sensor readings. Fourth, the CodeDrone EDU is designed to be flown in the classroom and is made for indoor flight only. If flown outdoors, the drone cannot withstand much wind and is likely to get blown away. You should also use caution when flying in rooms with high ceilings, like gymnasiums or auditoriums. Fifth, before using the CodeDrone EDU with students, make sure that all of the batteries are fully charged. Each battery takes 60 minutes to charge and should not be left on the charger overnight. In addition to preparing your space, there are 4 safety precautions to be aware of while using the CodeDrone EDU. First, it is important to make sure that you are holding the drone in a way that is safe for both you and the drone. We suggest holding the drone from above by the frame or below by the body. Avoid grabbing the drone from above by the body. This can cause the propellers to hurt your fingers and possibly get damaged. Second, in addition to clearing obstacles from your flight area, you should also put away objects that may get damaged or could damage the drone. This includes tying back long hair and dangly pieces of clothing, putting away fragile items, taking down any hanging classroom objects, and removing any liquids from the classroom. If the drone gets caught in something, be sure to stop the motors right away. Third, to prevent injury and damage, avoid flying the drone into people or objects. Flying the drone should be a safe and fun experience for everyone, and we would not want anyone to get hurt. Crashing your drone can also cause it damage, which could prevent you from flying. Fourth, always keep your drone in line of sight. This will assure that the drone and all people nearby are safe at all times. It also ensures that your controller is able to properly communicate with the drone and will not lose connection. Before every flight, we suggest using the pre-flight checklist with your students to ensure that your drone is in an acceptable condition to fly and that the flight area is safe for takeoff. This 6-point inspection will help to make sure every flight is safe and successful. You should check for structural damage to the frame and body of the drone, that the propellers are in the correct position, that there is nothing obstructing the bottom sensor. This would prevent the drone from taking off and landing properly. The batteries have no damage and have not expanded. There's no debris under the propellers and wrapped around the motors, and that the flying area is clear of obstacles and people, and you have prepared yourself using our previously mentioned safety guidelines. Some of these steps have specialized instructions that we will go into detail in later lessons. If you find any issues with your drone, please go to the help icon on this page to learn what to do next. And with that, you're ready for takeoff.
Okay, let's get ready to fly. All right, ready to fly. Oh, this is coding,
Mhm.
not coding. Do you want me to code?
Yes.
Not good at this. Okay. For the coding, I do need to take the battery off, right? I brought that. Okay. You're asking me to do this. This is the hard part. I am connected. Are we connected? Is there a video I'm watching?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
Okay, so that was the example, and then I'll just quickly get into the TDD. There you go, so we'll be doing.
These leaves. I think we are connected. All right. So let's go to. Oh. Are there no more commands? Right? It's on the floor. Okay. Let's see what happens. That was it. Do we have any more commands though?
This is just
Just, just the same things, right?
yeah, simplified version. So,
There's no more commands.
yeah, that is it for the testing the flight.
The flight. I think this was the easiest part. No, I'm serious. Even the
Awesome.
kids actually enjoyed this part the most.
Oh, I said coding part. Oh, okay.
Yeah, the
awesome.
coding was their favorite.
Okay. So I have to go back to this. And there you go. So continue from there.
You want me to activate all of them?
There's 3.
Okay, so I'm adding drones. No, I'm not sure what I'm doing. So if. Am I gonna put this away? Right? Because I need to activate my other ones. All right, so. Let's do that. I'll put the batteries back in. Don't need to? Okay, okay. All right. I'm gonna put this. The next one. I need to take batteries off. Oh, no batteries, perfect. It's kind of hard to remember where this thing is. Back. Right. Oh. How do I go to? Oh, bless you. So this one has been updated. But for me to update the drone. Make sure it's connected to your computer. Right. All I needed to do. Now we're gonna continue. Do you want me to label these before I move on? No, they've been labeled already.
You can do, or you would actually do.
Okay. There's no drone. There's, I don't. So also has been done.
Yeah, have a good day.
Work. The label did not work. Okay, so they're both have been updated. So they've both been updated, the ones that were in the box. I don't think there's anything else. No, it's empty. So all through. But it didn't ask me to update the drone.
Oh,
It's just the controls.
copy. We do that on our end.
Okay,
Thing where it's both in, which I believe you already went already. So you've activated all of your
Mhm.
Coachon ETU. So this is where it ends. If you just, so you can just explore a little.
yeah.
I think that's pretty much it.
Okay,
Yeah, congratulations.
yay, I
Yeah.
completed it. The coding was the best part. That's what the kids love the best.
Okay,
So,
awesome. So I'm gonna ask like some of the
Sure.
questions about this and your general experience as well. So, from today's experience, which part do you enjoy the most and why?
I think coding was fun. I like being able to program it.
Okay.
And at first I thought it was very intimidating, but it's not.
Yeah. Or this one in particular and or in general?
In general.
Yeah. And then throughout this, the experience today, were there any points that you are, that you are, that you're struggling? If so, why?
n- Just sort of like knowing that the battery shouldn't have been in there, so we could program it better, connect it, updating it, but no, they're fairly easy to maneuver with, to manipulate. I don't know what word you want to use. They're easy. I think it's doable for kids, the age group that I teach, or even for myself as an adult who's never played with drones. So
That you teach high school?
sixth grade,
Sixth grade.
so the 11 to 12, 13.
Okay. Awesome. And then were there any points that you wish there were a little bit more instructions throughout the experience today?
No, I love the videos. The videos are super cool. I wish there was like a bank where I could just go. This is how you update. This is how you connect. And I could just click on the videos I need.
Okay. And then what would you say, your priority when it comes to deciding whether, robotics could work in your classroom? Like, what are the priorities that you consider?
The student, I guess the student commitment, it's their part and how engaged they're going to be with the tools. So if they're having fun, I know they're gonna wanna come back and keep learning. So, and they did, they kept coming back.
What do you think that?
They were just getting to play around with them and fly them and try things. The only problem was there was only one. So maybe this was my part. I had 4 to 5 kids in a group. So that kind of meant a lot of downtime for those that weren't, while they were taking turns, was a lot of downtime. So maybe 1 to 2 kids per drone. But that means having more sets in the classroom if you want to build a true club.
Sure. How many drones did you have?
We had 3 drones.
Yeah, so three drones for about like 15
Yeah.
or so.
Yeah. I would have had more kids, but I didn't have more like drones for them to play with.
Got it. And any other additional questions?
No, I think they were great. I wish they were a little bit more durable, but they were great.
Okay. And then you mentioned that you were pretty much thrown into a pretty similar situation with our scenario. So when you are given like these tools, when do you usually kind of use it, use your time for prepping the classes and things like that?
Like a day before the kids come in, I tried to watch as many of the videos as I could beforehand.
Hmm.
And then just opening up a box and just getting to it.
Got it. Okay. And then how was your experience with hours when you used it for the first time? Like,
They were fun. Yeah, they were good. They were easy. It was picked up the routine of it, how to fly them, the kids got more into it than I did, but that's because they wanted to dive deeper into it. But yeah,
And then what did you or did the kids use our Basecamp, our learning
Mhm.
website?
Yes,
Then,
they watched videos as well.
okay.
Yes,
Then what are like the students understand it?
yes, they understood. Yes, yes.
And maybe like another question is like, what's your impression on this box?
I like it. It's easy to organize and keep everything in there. Yes. Yes, much better.
Okay. Do you?
I was surprised it said that the batteries were only supposed to charge for 60 minutes. Nowhere did I read that or see that.
Oh, I see.
So that was kind of, because I kept them plugged in.
Uh-huh.
Nothing happened to them, but just didn't know, I did not know that.
Got it. And then if you have top like this, do you have like, where would you store?
In my cabinets, if they fit, if not by my desk in the back.
Uh,
These would have been great.
And when do your students, like, what is the time slot that they?
So
use the-
when we practice, so for this particular year and probably in the future, and this is my preference, I don't think a lot of people, I did it during my prep time. So the kids had PE during the time that I was prepping. So we came in 2 days a week for about 45 minutes and then they worked on it. For me, and after school would have been difficult because a lot of kids can't stay. So it worked for me. I'm not saying it's gonna work for anybody else. So I gave up my prep for them to train and work.
And then how much space do you have?
A regular classroom. about this big.
Oh,
Mhm,
okay.
yeah.
Okay, that.
It worked out.
Okay, and then do you need to like move your tables and things like that?
For this particular round, no, because we were learning, now that I know what to expect moving forward, yes, we will move tables.
Oh.
Yes,
But when you are using it first time, you didn't
no,
move anything?
no. But then eventually we brought in some of the obstacles and put them on top of the tables, so they were able to do that. But now I know the setup.
And then in terms of, I don't know how many sessions you did with the kids, but like after a few sessions, what are the outcomes from the students? Were they more focused on, I know you mentioned they really enjoyed programming, so what are the?
We spent a lot of time getting the kids familiar with the tools
Mhm.
and how to fly them and how to use them properly. And then the programming came towards the end.
Got
I think I might do half and half, like one day of just like a couple of, maybe, I don't know, I have to think. But coding, I want to start a lot earlier. Because we kind of left it towards the end of the time frame, before competition.
What was the reasoning that now that you were thinking coding should come first?
Because it's a good tool and they need that practice. They weren't ready for it. But if we had more time, I think they would have been ready.
Did kids use like other robotics kits before?
Not to my knowledge.
Okay.
No,
So-
this is the first time they've had a drone in their hands.
How did you hear about like the competition?
This was all because of Beto. Yeah, Mr. Vasquez. He's the one that said, hey, this is something that you might want to look into. And I said, okay, fine, let's do it. Why not?
Got it. And then he knows you because.
I have his son in one of my classes, and plus he works with, he works a lot with the middle and high school, and so he just wanted to bring stuff into the 6th grade. So he is, the UCSD team comes to us once a week for science.
Really.
Yeah,
Oh,
mhm.
okay.
yes.
Um, Any other, um. Any other like improvement you wish, like not just today's experience, but any other thing you wish you had?
More of them, more drones, and just more time. I think if I was given the opportunity to run the club, I think I run it October instead of January,
Oh, okay.
because I think we started around no, we started late. We
Okay.
started late.
Oh, wow, so you got this in January and then you participated in a competition in, was it March?
Mhm. Oh, was it? Yeah, I think it was, yes. Yes, so I think I want to start it earlier. So, and I think there is an interest, it's want to do it. And if it works out with my prep schedule, I do it.
I think another question, so you know how we had to fill out the
Mhm.
registration. And I mean, this might be a pretty natural thing, but how do you feel about like putting your email?
Yeah, that's fine. It's a school email. It's not a personal email, so that's fine.
I think that's pretty much it. I think this was super.
Are you guys leaning towards doing this?
We are testing by test.
That would be a great tool. Yes.
Is that more because of just the,
Organization wise, it would have been like when we were at the competition, I'm like, oh, I like how they did that, or I like how they did that. I didn't think beyond that, but just to be able to house everything in one place will make it so much easier.
this particular cup is actually for one of those maker spaces. You
Mm.
can actually put it in there, which is the reason why
Oh,
we chose that. but if it's organized well, it sounds like you don't mind if it's like in different shapes and then.
No, as long as these tools can fit in there,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you
That's
very-
all you needed?
That's all, yeah, oh, actually, one last question.
Sure.
Were you, did you do, firmware updates, like, something similar to this, before the competition?
No,
Okay, so that was pretty.
no,
new for me.
this was new. I've never done the update.
And how did you actually see the base camp or learning portal? How did you,
I liked it.
or how did you get to it?
I had to keep digging,
Oh, you have to keep.
but I did find it. And once I found it, I pinned it.
Oh, I see.
Otherwise, I couldn't find it again.
Got it. So like keep digging as in like you are like searching on
Yes.
Google.
Yes.
Okay. And then it seems like, I don't know if there's a preference if like, so our base camp has videos as well as some, text and graphics. Do you or do your students have preference over like video lessons?
Videos.
Videos?
Yes, videos. There'll be more focus if it was a video. And they can actually see.
Got it.
If you like show us how, makes it so much easier.
So you had like 15 kids and then 3 drones. So if they're watching it, do they watch everyone on headphone?
We watched it together.
Or you watched it together? Got it. So
Yes.
you kind of put it on the front,
Mhm.
like smart board.
Yes.
something like
And
that.
we all watched it together.
Okay. Very cool.
Yes.
I think that's a small, thank you very much
Oh,
for
no.
your time. As a small token of appreciation, yeah, here's the drone and then just a bunch of stickers and then a pen for.
Awesome. I can't wait till next year.
Yeah,
It'll be good. Thank you so much.
thank you very much for your time. If there's anything else, feel free to contact us anytime. Very cool. Yeah, see you around. Bye-bye.